So look, I don't know about you, but one of the most annoying things about learning copywriting or outreach from somebody else is that a lot of the times they almost never give you straight up examples of what you should do. So when it comes to like an email template or an outreach message or something like that, they'll tell you what to improve on, but they won't actually give you something tangible that you can use. They'll say stuff like, oh, well, I don't actually want to give you a line. I don't want to give you this or that, show you what I've done before in the past, because then everybody will start using it and it won't work anymore. Or they'll say something like, oh, well, you should make it completely unique to you and you shouldn't copy me, which is true. But the thing is, the best way to actually teach somebody how to do something is by giving them a good example that's worked for you in the past and showing them exactly how to do it. So that's exactly why I took the liberty of taking one of my best performing Loom videos that actually got a great response. And I actually put it in the ultimate resource pack that you can access for free. Now, if you don't have the ultimate resource pack yet, all you got to do is go down to the description, put in your email to let me know where to send it, and you'll get just the ultimate resource pack filled with cold email templates, messages, results, and just a whole bunch of other stuff that are really going to help you get clients as a copywriter. And in this video that I'm recording right now, I'm actually gonna go and break down some of the tips and tricks that I've used in that video that actually got me such a great response that you can use with your Loom videos so that you can start booking more sales calls. So the first trick that you'll actually notice that I used in this Loom video is called the compliment sandwich. Now, a big thing that I see a lot of beginners do is they make the mistake of just like completely ripping up like the other person's like sales page or whatever they're trying to critique, and they basically just shit on it. And it's like, not only is that a little bit rude and it shows that you kind of lack, social calibration, but what you really want to do is let them know that, what they're doing is good as well. So one of the 48 laws of power is to never outshine the master. And this really applies here because when you try to degrade someone else's work and just tell them what they should do, they feel attacked. They feel like you're trying to one up them. And even though it might be good advice, the thing is that everybody has an ego. And if you're just like trying to shit on their ego, then it's really gonna work against you. So ideally what you're gonna wanna do is mention all the things that they did right as well. So what I actually did in this specific Loom video is I said, some of the parts of this video sales letter is really good. It shows a lot of testimonials, which builds a lot of authority and builds a lot of trust as well. And another thing that I did was purposely not insult his intelligence. So I said something about, how in this particular sales page, the price was actually further around the top. It was actually in the headline. So what I told him is that, well, look, I know that you're in sales, you're a sales guy, so you probably already know this, but it's important to actually save the price for last after they actually understand all the value that they're getting. So, that's always a great way to actually give somebody critique without actually, insulting their intelligence or insulting their work. Now, the next trick that I use is to make suggestions instead of claims. Guys, I see this happen all of the time and it just makes me cringe, man. Like, it's bad. It's very bad. Basically, it's like when a dude says, oh, well, all you got to do is make these couple little tweaks and then you'll just make boatloads of money. Your conversion rate will raise by like 50% and you'll just make all these sales. And it's just extremely like, bro, like, dude, you're not a genie. So relax with all these predictions and all this stuff. Like, making huge claims like this is going to make you sound like a product pusher instead of a problem solver, which is the exact opposite of what you want. Guys, people always question what they're told, but they never doubt the conclusions that they come to. So that's why it's so important to show them why you're convinced instead of trying so hard to convince them. An example that I actually go through in the Loom video is that I give him the first 3 steps of how I would structure a sales page. You want it to start off by addressing who this is for. And then you want to go on by telling them what transformation that they'll get and what time span. And then finally, you want to create some intrigue so that they keep reading. Now, the thing with these first 3 steps and why they're so effective is because it uses human psychology. As soon as someone gets to a new page, they're going to think, who is this for? Which is exactly what it answers in the very beginning. And then they're going to think, well, why am I here? And that's where what's in it for me comes in. That's where you actually show them the transformation that it can give you. And then they're going to think, well, why should I keep reading? which is exactly why you need to build intrigue. Otherwise, instead of them reading through the whole sales page word by word, they're gonna skim or they're gonna skip to the bottom, which is not what you want. So you see how just by explaining why it works and not making any huge outlandish claims, I earn credibility and also show my expertise. And the final trick that I actually implemented into this Loom video was withholding information. Now, this one is very big because you always want to leave them wanting more. Otherwise, if you just spill all your secret sauce, then they're not really gonna have any reason to keep talking to you. So how I did this is I basically opened up the document of how I structured the whole sales page, and then I quickly scrolled to the bottom to show them how much I have written down and what parts an actual sales page should have to it, but I only really revealed and went into depth on the first 3. So this not only shows my expertise, but it also shows them that I have a whole bunch of more ideas of how I could effectively make their sales page even better. So if you're someone who's still struggling to get copywriting clients, all you gotta do is implement some of these tips into your next Loom video and you can start booking more calls. Guys, if you wanna go down and actually watch the video itself, all you gotta do is go into the description and get that ultimate resource pack, and it will be filled with tons of free resources as well as the Loom video that you can check out for yourself. That's it for now. Happy client hunting, and I'll see you guys on the next one.